Hi guys, it's Sunday the 22nd of September 2019. I'm going to give you a technical analysis breakdown of some UK and US stocks. Let's get straight into it. Hi guys, Any aka the Noctrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Noctrader on all social media platforms. And if you check the description section below, you'll see a link to my mailing list. I've hit 1,000 subscribers now, woohoo! So if you'll get an email soon for my training course that's just exclusively for my mailing list for now, and then I'm going to release it on my channel later on. But if you join my mailing list, you get priority access to my free training course that's out now. Finally, after months of talking about the training course, is out now. And I've also got a Discord group. The Discord group's called Pip Talk, and if you want to join the Discord group, it's in the description section below as well. So I've got some UK stocks. Before I go into my UK stocks, if you just want to look at the market right now, it just looks like there's going to be a bit of a downturn next week. The reason why I say that is because if we look at the major indices, like I like to look at the DAX. The DAX looks like it's about to change direction. If you look at the MACD RSI, so does the Dow Jones. Look at that, it's already started curving down. They all look like they're going to start selling off. So if they're selling off, so will the equities within these exchanges. So I just thought I'd mention that, because some of these indices are a good indication of how the stocks within those indices will react. So with that said, it looks like I've got quite a few short positions this week that I might be taking. First of all, if you want to look at NMC, which is a UK stock, I covered this last week and I wasn't sure whether at this key level here price would sell off or break through, but it looks like I'm going to go with sell off, mainly because of what I just said, that the major indices, FTSE, the Dow Jones, the DAX, all look like they're about to sell off for the next week. So with that, under that information, I feel like the best course of action would probably take a short on this. So obviously here, this 2984 point was a support here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, and it could be a support or resistance here. Now if you go to the 1 hour chart, it has a kind of wedge formation, or it had a wedge formation. It looks like it's kind of made this decision, and it looks like it might be selling off now. So I think the best way to play this would be either to take a short position and set a stop loss just above here, because I believe that it's going to sell off in the short term. It may retrace back up and bounce up, but you can still make a little bit of money off of a short here, because even if you short it here and then it ends up retracing and going back up, you can make a good 200 pips, and the stop loss could be pretty tight, so you won't be risking too much. Next one is Evraz. Evraz was it's been on my watch list before, but I took it down and now it's back on after I did a little quick analysis of some FTSE 100 stocks and saw this was could potentially be a good play to make. If you look at it from the weekly chart, yeah, it just looks like it's gonna be selling off for quite some time. Ever since about June, it's been selling off and then retracing up a little bit, selling off for a couple of weeks, retracing up, and sold off for 1 week. Now I believe it's going to carry on selling off some more. So I did a Fibonacci retracement from the high point at 17th of June to the most recent low point, and as you can see here, the 61.8 level was a key level, is where it retraced to. That would have been a good entry point for a short, and lo and behold, that was also where the 180-day simple moving average started crossing over the price, and looks like it was going to curve down. So this is a good example of confluence here. Price is selling off and retracing. It's retracing to a key Fibonacci level. That would have been a good entry point for a short, but you missed that. But I believe it's going to sell off some more. And I drew these lines here just to show that at each retracement, the sell-off becomes a bit more pronounced. So here it sold off, then it retraced back up, sold off quite a bit. So let me show you here. So from here to here was 95 pips in 24 days. From here to here was 173 pips in 29 days. So I can expect something even more pronounced here. It could be, yeah, it could be maybe even 190 something pips. Yeah, it could go all the way down to this level. So I want to draw a box here because the Fibonacci level seems to be have some sort of importance on this chart. So I could expect it to go down as far as 351, but you don't assume that. But I do believe it's going to sell off. Now with this, because the support is at 473, I would actually like to wait for it to break the support, and then I would probably look into taking a short position and sell it off here. The other indicators, the MACD, RSI, look like they're selling off as well. I would like to see the MACD line cross over the RSI line, but as we all know, MACD is a lagged indicator, and if by the time it crosses over, half the movement I've been lost already. But I'd rather be cautious and then wait for some of the other indicators to get triggered, then preempt it, and then maybe it bounces back. But I'm quite confident this could be a short, because the 180-day simple moving average is above price and looks like it's about to curve down. Price has been selling off, and then also there's been a Fibonacci retracement where it's retraced back to a significant level. So this looks quite interesting for a short position. Now on to some USA stocks. The USA stocks I'm looking at right now are PSA. Where's PSA? Let's put this alphabetical order. PSA, which is public storage. Once again, got another short. On the daily chart, price has broken out of the support line of the ascending channel pattern, broken out to the downside, came back up, consolidated against the previous support line of the ascending channel pattern as a resistance line now, and it looks like it's going to sell off again. The MACD is showing a typical kind of, well, it's hard to explain this, but this is a typical shape that you see on a MACD that is going to continue selling off. It's sold off, rounded off, looks like it's flatlining, and then it's going to sell off again. Kind of similar to what it's done here. So it kind of sold off, flatlined, and it's going to sell off again here. Now if you look at where it did that here, what am I doing? So if you look at this area here where it did that, it sold off, flatline, so it kind of just lingers in the same area before it sells off again. So that's what I'm expecting it to do here. I expect it to, it's already sold off here, kind of flatlined here, and then I believe that this sell-off is going to be another big move to the downside. So this is a great place to probably take a position. If you look at the 4-hour chart, yeah, this will be a great short if you look at the 4-hour chart, because here you can set your stop loss just above where it retraced to. So you could, if you took a short position here, you can set your stop loss about 600 pips above where the current price, and then the only thing I wouldn't know is where to exit, because it's kind of no man's land. So you'd have to just sell off and then hopefully just either use a trailing stop loss and draw your stop loss down slowly, or just wait for it to look like it's about to change direction again. And you can use the MACD and RSI to really confirm when you think that the bearish run has ended, and then you could probably stop out your position. So this is a good short, but I'm not sure where the limit is, where the exit point is. So this is one that you have to watch closely if you do take a short position on it. And then the next one is NEM. I think this is the only long I have for today actually. So if you look at the weekly chart, I'm going to hide the RSI. Well, I'm going to show you the MACD. The MACD, well, it's not, it doesn't really show you much, but the price, first of all, 180-day simple moving average curving up, which is a good sign. Shows that overall price is rising. If you look at the daily, this is interesting. There's a lot of kind of chart pattern analysis here. This is where I'm getting most of my information from. Let me sort this out first. Yeah, so this is where I'm getting most of my information from. If you look at the daily, you can see here that it's kind of ebbed and flowed, and it's kept this support line, and I believe that it's on the cusp of a breakout to the upside on the daily. MACD looks great on the daily. As you can see here, it's just curving up and it looks like it's just about to break out. MACD looks good, and RSI looks the same as the MACD. I wouldn't be surprised if on Monday it breaks out to the upside and carries on rising. And then also the 180 simple moving average curving upwards again. So NEM looks like a good long position. Great thing about this as well is that because of where it is, your stop loss could be held probably just below here, So you can be holding a stop loss that's about 250 pips, and the upside it's got great potential for upside up to like 700 pips potentially. So that's like a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is too bad. I don't mind risking the £1 to make £3. So that's a good risk to reward, and you can have a pretty tight stop loss on this trade if you want to go long. And last but not least, I'm actually going to cover gold. The reason I'm covering gold is because, as I said at the beginning of this video, because all the major indices look like they're going to sell off. Once again, this is Dow Jones, looks like it's about to sell off next week. All the indicators looking like it's going to go down. Then gold is inversely related to equity. So when the markets is down, gold is up. So with that being said, there's an opportunity to take a good long position on gold. Now if you look at gold on the daily chart, straight away you can see that there's like a little bit of an upward trend line going here. At this point here, here and here, it's hit this line 3 times. Let me delete this first. It's hit this line 3 times, and each time it's kind of climbed. Obviously gold is a slow burner, it's a slow mover, so you don't expect to make a lot of money very quickly, but you can still watch it rise and make some money out of it. Here it took about 24 days to go 154 pips, but I believe that can continue on this trend upwards. And it's created like a little bit of a channel pattern here, as you can see. So this is great. This would be a great place to take a long position. As you can see, it's just kissed the support line and looks like it's on its way to start rallying up again. The good thing about gold as well is that you can wait, let's look at the MACD and the RSI, all showing upward signs, and the 180-day simple moving average is curving up. So this just kind of adds to what I'm saying, that gold looks like it's about to curve up, and that means brace yourselves for potential sell-off on the major indices coming in next week and next couple of weeks coming forward. So yeah, that's me, Any, aka the Noctrader, signing out.